10 things to know before starting a business. So, you're thinking of starting a business. That's really good. History suggests that a lot of people will own one business or another in the course of their lifetime, but not all of them will be successful. We're guessing you want your business to thrive. You want it to generate high income. You want it to be popular and reputable. Perhaps you even want your business to generate employment and be at the top of its field. Maybe you want your business to grow and transform into a conglomerate and the next behemoth of the modern day. Well, if this is what you want, then you're in the right place. This is Wealthy Fact, where you come to watch, implement, and get wealthy. Here, we share with you the fundamentals of success and provide you with helpful tips that will assist you on the path to financial freedom. So, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you like our content. If you're looking to be a business owner, and not just a regular business owner, but an entrepreneur, quote unquote, a person who is ingenious and creative in finding innovative ways that add to their wealth, power, and prestige, then starting a business has to follow some very gruesome processes. The startup years of an entrepreneur is usually the hardest and trying years of their business venture. The majority of businesses don't actually succeed in the long run, but we're here to make sure that this doesn't happen to you. We're here to provide you with information you need so you won't suffer any more than you need to. This is why we made this video. We'll be discussing the factors that you need to understand and the things you need to be aware of while starting a business. In short, we'll be providing you with preconditions to a feasibility study and directions for a business plan to ensure the growth and sustainability of your business. So, get some popcorn, sit back, and let's get into it. 10 things to know before starting a business. Number 1, the nature of the business. A business is like a child, filled with unlimited potential and, if nurtured properly, can yield great rewards and fulfillment to the parents and environment around it. If you're going to start a business, you can't just start based upon an idea or a hunch you've got about your business alone. You must first consider and think clearly about all the aspects involved in actually running the business. Most people invest money in a business only to find out there can be little or no profit from the business. And they also find out that their products are of insignificant market value. More on that later. But this shouldn't be you. Take into account the nature of your business and its feasibility with the market. In order to reduce the rate of failure as an aspiring business owner and entrepreneur, you must understand what having the type of business you want to have will entail. You must understand its rudiments and the nature to a proportionate degree, and then you'll have to think of ways to facilitate growth before you start to commit funds and time. You have to do an analysis on the viability of your business, given certain circumstances. You must objectively and rationally uncover the strengths and weaknesses of the existing business or proposed venture. Identify the opportunities it presents and the possible threats that can bring it down. This will give you focus. This will identify reasons to proceed and not to proceed, provide quality information for decision-making, and it will help attract patronage and investment. Number 2, resources. Your business is going to depend on a lot of resources. When starting a business, take into account the resources needed for running that business. You must know the type of production technology required, the availability of raw materials, the production planning, and all the other technicalities. You should know if there are enough raw materials and the minimum cost for the raw materials that your specific business requires. You must also know the size and type of equipment available for the expected production level and if it is at a reasonable cost. Ask questions like, can the equipment be made and maintained in the local environment? And is the cost of repairing it cheap or affordable? You must also be able to ration materials by knowing how much of what you want to produce per year, per month, and even per day. Same concept applies to online-based businesses. Check and ensure the availability of other amenities, such as electricity and even water, and understand the cost of maintaining their availability. You must know the amount of staff that you can afford to ensure the continuous sustenance of the business. More on that later. Number 3, the market. It's important that you understand the market, or the people who are going to be purchasing the product or service you offer. You should gather information on the size of the market for the particular kind of product you're offering, and understand if your product is something that people are actually willing to purchase, i.e., the market value. It's not good to always assume in business. Understand that 70% of the decision you're going to make while starting your business will be wrong. That's a fairly conservative figure. You have to be very realistic and objective when it comes to the market. Learn to identify what your ideal customer will look like in order to justify going into this area. This is the person who can and will buy your product or service in sufficient quantity and at the price you choose to charge. This can be done through massive research and trial and error. This, in turn, will help create the foundation on which to deal with the market. It'll help you understand consumer preferences and ensure satisfaction on both ends. Number 4, location. The location of your business is clearly another important factor you should consider. You must make sure your business is accessible. This usually depends on the development and underdevelopment of the area you choose, and of course the saturation of the place you choose to reside in. Also, check if the location is populated by other businesses of the same nature. In the case of an online business, make sure to pick a location where it's easy to get quality employees. Ensure you choose a location that's not difficult to access and a place that's very conspicuous and noticeable. Sometimes, good placing is all you need. The most successful business owners are able to set up their business in a location where the products they offer are in demand but unavailable, like setting a cold lemonade stand in a desert. The identification of such products in place can only be achieved through thorough examination of the market. Number 5, competition. The first law of business is competition. Business is all about offering a product and service that people want and are willing to pay for at a price that's acceptable. This price is very competitive, and every other business in the same venture as you wants the same customer's money. This means that it's a jungle out there, and you have to look out for your business amongst its competitors. You must strive to be better because your competitors are working really hard to take all your customers and possibly put you out of business. In the world of business, only the strong survive, so you must ensure you're continuously increasing your strength. You have to continue to improve your business in a significantly new and better way in order to stay ahead of the competition. The best way to do this is to create a complete business plan and estimate the proportion of total market that your business is expected to have. This is known as the market share. Try not to ever estimate your market share and just think of the various ways of achieving more of it. Estimations are horribly inaccurate. Number 6, employment. This is a sensitive issue. You must consider the number and types of workers that are required to operate the proposed business. Properly determine if your business will need a large number of workers, i.e., labor-intensive, or if you'll be using more machinery, i.e., capital-intensive. You'll also need to think about the level of skill and education you want your employees to have, especially if they're going to be working or operating equipment. It's also important to include other works and roles, such as a person to handle areas like store management, quality assurance of products, and even bookkeeping when planning employment levels. You'll also want to work on creating an atmosphere of rapport between you and your employees and amongst their co-workers. You should also consider if there will be things like lunch breaks or sick leave, vacation leave, and the duration of what they might be. Your business should have a diversity of thought amongst employees, and creativity and curiosity should be encouraged. You have to be able to find the line between employer and friend. As a business owner with employees, you should be a leader that can promote commitment to the success of your business in the hearts of your employees in order to ensure high levels of productivity. Number 7, the product or service. You have to ensure that the product and services you offer is of a good quality and one you actually truly believe in. This is no easy feat, but it's definitely achievable. You also have to determine accurate cost and proper pricing of all your products and services. Companies like Walmart have really good expertise in this area, which has contributed in earning them a spot as one of the biggest retailers in history. You have to know what to charge so you don't run at a loss while ensuring customer satisfaction. Make sure the products and services you're offering provide unique benefits to the target market. This will increase the potential for growth. Number 8, advertising. Think of good and effective ways to promote your business. Social media makes this easy, but you also have to put in the time and work to make sure this aspect of your business thrives. This means you might need to seek the services of advertising teams and advertising platforms and the most affordable way to utilize it. You need to package your goods, preferably using different sorts of packaging styles to attract customers and patronage. Don't ever assume that your product is the best and be-all. Think of new ways to advertise your products and make yourself conspicuous and professional. Also, ensure your enterprise is customer-friendly because that is an advertisement in itself. The more customers are pleased with your services, the more they will tell other people about you, and the more customers you'll get. So, treat every customer and client with respect and care. Besides, what's business if not creating and keeping a sufficient number of customers? Number 9, finances. This is basically knowing and understanding the cost for running the business. Understand how much you're going to need to start up the business, i.e., the capital or startup cost. When starting a business, cash dries up at the speed of light, so be prepared for a cash crunch. This problem can worsen if your business expands too quickly. Always be mindful of your available cash. Enumerate the ways it can be properly utilized and where you can get the money from. Know if you're going to take a loan from institutes and/or private individuals. Also, consider things like legal fees and taxes because you will face a lot of them both before and during your business. Properly identify the production cost and how you can maintain its sustainability in order to reduce failure and wastage. Ensure there is accurate accountability for your revenue and income realized. Keep good account of your income because it's one of the main objectives of the business. Number 10, goals. You must have goals for your business in order to give it a specific direction and destiny to work towards. Ensure that these goals are properly articulated and written down. As a business owner, you're fully responsible for the outcome of your business, so it's up to you to ensure that the outcome is favorable to you, to your employees, and the market you're providing for. Seek wisdom from experienced business owners around you and study extensively on the field that you're going into so you can have an even deeper understanding and new insights. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. We'll see you on the next one.